Okay, sir. Good morning. Hey, hi, all. Good morning. Nike. Good morning. అడుక్కోవాల్సి వస్తుందా వినిపిస్తలేదా చెప్తే Hey, good morning, Dev. So let's start the session, guys. So yesterday we were looking at the list and we will continue with the list and we will try to complete as much as possible in the list over here. So yesterday in the CRUD operations, now I'm connecting with the CRUD, not only with the CRUD, we are going to see something different also. CRUD operations, first one we have seen the create one, right? In the create, we created the empty list. Okay, now how we created the empty list? How we can create the empty list? Empty square brackets and list function. What is the list function is used for? Huh? Yeah, it can be created to a new list, but it is specially used to convert anything into a list. Okay, anything into the list, any sequential data type can be converted into the list over here. Now next one is read. How we did the reading? Indexing, slicing are the two ways we can do the reading. Okay, and also we can do it without indexing and without slicing, directly using how we can read it? For loop. Directly using the for loop we can do it. Okay, now this is a way we can do it. Great, Dev. Yeah, and apart from that, now we are going to see some updates, right? Updates. What are the updates? We have seen it. Append is used for not some, only one value. Okay, append is used to add only one value into the list, that too at the end of the list. Okay, it is used to add one value into the list at the end position, at the end position. Now next one is extend. Extend is, now here you can enter the integer also. Directly we can enter the integer also as a part of the append. Now in this case it is used to append, add two or one or more than one value into the list, but the input should be in the form of iterable. Yep. Multiple values into the list, but input form should be only iterable only. Iterable only. Now in this way, in this directly we can't enter the integer. The integer in the list format we can enter it, or string format we can enter it. Integer, integer with list format or string format can be considered. Guys, these are the things which you have to remember. Now the next one is what we have seen, insert. What is the insert will do? Any position, any particular position we can enter. Now these, the only restriction is this is also we can append it at the last. Values at the last. Okay, now next one is insert. What the insert will do? Insert will add values. It can add values into any particular desired location. Using index. Okay, using the index. Now the one more is, what is the use of the index? It will find out the index of a particular value. That is what it will be doing it. Yes. Now this is what quickly we have seen it, guys, yesterday. Now there are some things I want to just show you about this, like let's open up the pie chart. Now the other one is delete. Now we have done the insertion, we have done the reading, we have done the create, and we are doing the delete. And there is something called as replace also. We can replace a particular value inside the list with the other value. Replacing, we can replace, not insertion, we can replace the particular value, the list. Now in order to delete it, okay, before getting into the delete, let's show you some basic stuff over here, quickly recapping the things. Right, now list. Okay. I will give it as list with insert. We didn't do it much more in this. Let's do it. First one is, let's take a list, guys. List one is equals to, we are going to take it some values over here, like 100, 200, and you know, ship, Hyderabad, and India. Okay, these are the values are there. Some floating point values, 0.8 or 90. These are the ones we are having it. Okay, now these are the values. How to find out the how many elements are there in the list? How to find out how many elements are there in the list? Sarkanchi. How to find out how many elements? Length function is a one. Okay, length function. Okay, here you see how many people are saying that's correct, Hema. Now all of you are online. Okay, now how to find out length? LEN is a function which tells us how many elements are there in the list. Now, is this a list specific function or a generic function? Huh? It's a generic function which can be used for any iterable. Remember that it can be used for any iterable. Now, I want to enter a particular value over here at this point. Okay, this point. That is, which location is this? At the place of Hyderabad. 3. So how to get this index? List one of index of Hyderabad. Okay, we have to give the Hyderabad over here. This will give us the value for us. Val, I'm taking it out. If I print it, I should get 3 over here, right? 3 over here. Okay, at the place of 3, I want to enter another value over here, like ocean. So I'm just commenting this. Here we are going to use it. List one dot index. First part is, sorry, list part one dot insert. First part will be the index. Which index we want to enter? 3. And what is the value? Ocean or sea or something like that. I want to enter the sea. Now, will this give us the output? Can I print it? Can I print it over here like this? What will happen if I print? Huh? None will be getting, not empty list. It will be none will be coming up over here. Why? What you said is correct, but not framed up correctly. Okay. Because the list is mutable, whatever changes you are doing with the list will be directly applicable. Okay. But whereas the other, sequential, the fundamental data type, there it will give us the value because it is immutable. Remember that. Now, in this case, no need. It will not give us any value directly. If you print the list one, you can see that this value will be printed directly over here. Clear, guys? C is being inserted. Clear? Now, what if I want to enter multiple values using the insert? Can I do that? Can I do that? How? Bolo. This one as a list. Okay. Let me copy this. And this one, comment it. Now I will put it on this one. In the place of this one, I is saying to give me the, give a list over here. Ocean. Okay. Now this will give us the, let's see this. What happened? What happened? Inserted, but kaise insert hua? How many elements are inserted? One. Only one element is being inserted. Inside the element, we are having two values. Only one element is being inserted, right? Clear. That's looks nice that you are comfortable with that terminology. Okay, great. Now, okay, guys, that's all about the insert. This is what I want to show you specially, because you can't enter the multiple values into the using the insert. You can enter only one element at a time. Okay, only one element at a time, just like append it is. Now, which way we can enter the multiple values? Extend. Okay, extend is list specific or it is a generic function? List specific. Remember that, guys. Okay. There we will discuss about that. Okay. Now, next one is, now this one is a one, guys. Now let's move on to the next one called as delete. Now, after doing the delete, we are going to see some without using any functions, how we can replace a value, how we can insert a value, how we can insert the multiple values also. We are going to see it. Now, let's see this. First, let's finish off with the delete. List underscore delete. Okay. Now, this all is very common, guys. It's very simple. You are going to delete a list. Let's take the list from here instead of writing it again. Okay. Now, I will have a list. Now, I want to delete ship over here. I want to delete the ship. How you'll do it? Huh? List one dot delete. The best way is, which one you want to delete it? Ship. Which location the ship is? Extract it, that one. How to extract it? List one of 2, right? This gives us what? Ship. Great. I'm going to put on over here ship. Hope that I should get ship. I get the ship over here, right? Just put the delete in front of this. That's it. Put the del. That's it. Now, this is a very, very effective way. Remember this. If you don't remember the other ones, that's okay. But this is the one which you have to remember it. Okay. Clear? Now, this one is applicable not only in the list, it is applicable in the dictionary, it is applicable in the NumPy, it is applicable in the Pandas and TensorFlow. In all of your machine learning, it is applicable, guys. Okay, just remember that. Now, let's see that whether it is deleted or not. How to see that? List 1. Now it is been pulled off. Okay, if you want to print it before it, you can do it, and then you can see it after this. You can be seeing the both. It was chip is there, it was been deleted. Okay, guys, there is one more way is there. Some other ways are there, but this is very effective. Please remember this. If you know this, that is more than enough. You can play with the things. There are some things will be there, you will be understanding. This is one of them. Now, suppose if I want to, now let's finish it off with the other built-in functions, then we will do the generic ones. Okay, now let's see this. Like if I want to, there is a function called as remove. Remove will be removing a specific value. Whatever you are going to give the specific value over here, that value will be removed. Now, if I am giving, I want to remove 65.8. This one I want to remove it. Now, remove is a list specific function. This will be removing. Now, you see this? Now, I will say that print, or you just do this, you print it. Print list 1. That's it. Okay. Now, when you do this, automatically you will be getting that will be pulled off. Can you see this? It is being pulled off. Now, let me print it before. Now, remove is specially works based on the value, not on the index. Based on the value, it will be able to delete it. Now you see this, based on the value. And there is one more way is called as list1.pop. Pop. Now the pop will be pop of the last value. It will pop off the last value. Now, if you are giving the index, it will remove that one. But if you are not giving the index, it will pop off the last value. So if you do this and print it again, oh, but a function. See, last value is been deleted. Pop is used to delete the last value. Pop is used to delete the last value. Remove is used to delete the based on the value, it will be based on the given value, it will delete it. Whereas a pop will be removing the last value. Now, if I do it again, what will happen? India will be gone. Okay, this is what it will happen. Now, there is one more option is there. You can give it an index over here. If I am giving an index 1 over here. Now, what will happen? This place, you know, this is coming down. Now, this one, it will go and delete the specific index 1. Now you see, 200 is been deleted. Okay. But there is one more advantage is there with this one is it will also give us the item which is deleted. Now, this one will not give us the item which is deleted, but this one will give out the item which is deleted. Okay, whatever the item is deleted, it will show us the item it is deleted. Now, if I print it over here, this one, if I print it this one, I will get it none because it will not give out. But this one, when I'm doing it, whichever the item it is deleted, it will show us. Now you see, this one I will print it. Okay, this one, and after that I'm printing the list. Okay, let's comment this one. Now it says none over here. That means it is not giving us, it is not intimating us that this value has been deleted. You already given a value, that value is deleted. If you want to see that, print it. That's it, simple. Okay, this is the way it will work. Now, when I'm doing the same thing with the pop, you see the pop is there. Pop is there. Now, by default, the pop is dealing with the list 1. List 1 is having how many elements? Like 7 elements are there, and the 90 will be deleted, right? 90 will be deleted. Now here you see print. Okay, I'm printing it. Now, if I'm not printing the list also, it will tell us which value it deleted. Now you see, it tell us like which value it's deleted. That's why the name pop comes. It will pop off the value whichever it is deleted. Now, if you, no need of printing also, you will understand that 90 is been deleted from the actual list. But in this case, you will not even know anything whether it is deleted or it's not deleted until unless you print it. Okay. Now, this is also works in a similar way. When you take it as this one, when I print it, it will also pop off the value which is deleted. Now you see. Okay. Now these are some of the functions which are used for the delete. Okay. One is that remove. Next one is a pop and pop with the index. And the other one, the general one we will use it is with the del. Del is really very powerful. Now, there are some more functions are there in the list itself. Now, if I'm having a string, okay, a string is S1. I'm having the string, welcome to Python list class, okay, list class inside this. Now, I want to convert this one into a list. How you'll do that? How you'll convert a string into the list? Huh? Yes. No, I want to convert just like this, not using the space. Each and every character I want to convert it to a list. Look, list function. List of S1. When I do the list of S1, it will convert the complete string into the list, taking each and every character from the string, put it in the list element. Okay. It will put it in the list element. If I say that L1 is equals to, if I do this, print L1. Okay, like this, you will be getting it. I'm closing on this one, guys. Yeah, that's great. Now, this is what it is. Now, I want to find out in this, how many O's are there? O. How you'll do that? There is a list specific function called as count. Count is used to count a specific value inside the list, how many times it is there. Now, if I'm giving it over here, like 0 over here, then it will go and find out how many values will be there inside this. Now, let me print it. Three are there. Three are there. Yeah, three are there. Like this, you can use it. Now, there is some more generic functions called as max, min, all these things are there. You can use it. Now, length is a one generic function followed by the max, min. Okay, these are the generic functions. If I want to find out the maximum value, okay, length I want to find out. Result is equals to length of S1 or L1, I will give it L1. Then what I will get it? Total length, how many elements are present inside the list? 28. Now I want to find out the maximum, max of L1. Now I will give it as result 1. Now I will print it. Now let's see this. 20, sorry, rest 1 over here. Y is a maximum value. Okay, Y small, because the ASCII code of the smaller will be more than the caps. So forget about the caps, and the Y will be much longer than the ABC. Now there is rest 2, that is result 2, min of list 1. Print rest 2. I'm not getting anything. Why? Space. It is considered the space. Okay. The minimum value is space. It is taking it. Okay, guys. Clear? Any questions? Now, these are some of the generic functions, guys. This is a list specific function. Now, let's see some real thing. Now, how to replace a value inside a list? Now, okay, you are writing it. Can replace is possible with the list? Yes. Permanent change. Yes or no? It is immutable, gada. It is possible. It is possible. Permanent change is possible. Whereas in the string, no, it is not possible. Okay. Now let's see this. Now there is something called as a list over here with me, like I'm having a list L1 is equals to, I will keep it some colors over here. Okay, these are some colors. Okay, now see this. If I want to delete white from here, how to do that? The best way is del. Okay, del. How you do that? First identify the white. Which location the white is? Huh? L1 of 3 or minus 2. Anything is fine. Now, if I want to do the del, then it is gone. Now, if I am doing it print, what will get it? White, right? It will be printing white. Clear, guys? It is printing white. Now, if you are using this one, this printing extracting the element at that third index, right? It is extracting the element at the third index. Now, to that index, I am assigning a value over here saying that I want to give it black over here. Append direct black. Append add just. This replace just. Now this is replace. This will replace. Okay. Now what will it will do? It will go to the location 3. It will remove this value and put the black over there. Put the black over there. Now you see this. If I print it L1, if you see, it will be getting, now before that also I will print it so that it is easy for us to see the difference. Got it, guys? Can you see this? The white is being changed to black over there. Okay. Now this is the way you will replace it. Okay. You will replace it. Now you want to replace the multiple values. Just imagine you want to replace the multiple. Or can I give it like this? If I want to replace the multiple values, I want to replace yellow and white. See this, if I want to replace yellow, and there's no specific replace function over here, you can't use the function. This is the one you have to go with the indexing. Okay. Now I want to replace yellow and white with black. Yellow and white with the black means, what do you understand? So yellow place black should be come down, white place black should come down. That's what I asked. What you understood by the question? I would Japan. Sorry guys, there was a power cut. Yeah, this is what we were seeing at, like first how to insert a particular value, and if you want to insert multiple values, replace the multiple values at with a particular value, then we will be doing it like this. Okay, I have to show you once again, just give me 1 second. This is the actual list. I want to replace the white with the black, then we are going to do it. I will print L1. Now you see, you will be replaced with the white with the black. Okay, white with the black. No, I don't want to replace one value. I want to replace the multiple values. What are the multiple values? Yellow and white with black. So yellow and white, we can extract it by using the slicing over here. By doing this slicing, we will be getting it yellow and white. That I am replacing it with a black. Now you see black. Now, no, I want to replace only one value, that is yellow, with multiple values. Now, this is the one I'm trying to do it. This is referring to 2 is yellow. This one is replacing, my intention is to replace the apple and mango with yellow. But it will not replace as an individual elements. It will taken as a nested list. So to avoid this nested list, what we can do it is, we can give a range over here. The same yellow here I'm giving with the index, but in this case the same yellow is being extracted with a indexing over here, giving a range. It starts at 2 and ends at 2. What is that? Starts at 2, ends at 2 is yellow. Okay, this is starts at 2, end at 3 means it will end at 2 only. So it is pointing, starting and the ending will be pointing at 2 only. So it is nothing but yellow. So when we are going to run this one, you will be getting the value like this. Okay, clear? Now you should be very careful that whenever you are using the replace, you have to give an iterable over there. Okay, try to give an iterable. Now, for example, here I want to replace, just see, I want to replace L2. L2 is what? Yellow. Yellow is, I want to replace it with, now with sky. I want to replace with sky. What will happen? This will take individual values, individual characters, and dump it into the list. Now it is replaced directly. Sorry. If I give the range, range of 2 to 3, then it will be taking it like that. Yeah. When I'm giving a range, it will be taking an individual values. If I'm giving it like this index, it is taking it as if it is a single value itself. Now, this is all about the replace, guys. Just try it out. Now, there is no particular official replace function with the list. Okay, just note it down. What is the difference between a replace and insert? What is a replace? Replacing a particular value. Inserting means it will insert without, changing the existing values. It will enter a new value. Okay, right? Now let's do some insertion without using an insert function. Now, what are the possible insert functions we are having? How to insert a value into the list? Append, extend, insert. Now, without doing these three, we will be inserting the value. Okay, first we will take it like this. Replace. File name should be replaced, not insert. Replace. ఇదేంది replace కదా insert అది okay ఇది insert okay let's take this one guys, copying this one. Okay, now usually if you want to insert a value, okay, if you want to insert a value, I will say that list one dot insert at a particular location. We are having one is like I want to enter at the ship. What is the ship index? 2. And what do you want to enter over there? Anything like ocean or something like that. I want to enter ocean over here. So this will be replaced with the ocean over here, or it will be inserted the ocean over here. Now you see, please print list 1. Now there will be a new value will be added into that, that is ocean. Now ship will be there at the location of the ship. Previously where the ship was, the ocean came into that. Okay, now the another way is we have the append, right? List 1 dot append is the one which is used to append a particular value. If I want to append a C, then it will be appended over here. Okay guys, appended the C over here at the last. Okay, now these are the ones we seen it. Now there is one more way. It is like if I am giving list 1 of 2 colon 3, what it is representing? Ship. Great. Now if I am giving it like this with ocean, what will happen? It will replace it. It replace what? Ship with ocean. Great. If I am giving print list 1, then you will see that the ship will be replaced with ocean. Okay, now you can see it. Clear guys? Now if I want to enter the multiple values over here, C also I want to enter. Now what will happen? ఇప్పుడు చెప్పండి ఎవరైనా ఒకరు. Yes, ocean, sea, ship needs ocean and sea will be replacing, right? You are clear about that? No, sure. Endi with ocean and sea, right? Perfect. Now see this guys. Now if I do it 2 over here, now which one it is representing? Shippa etla? Error కాదు, error కాదు. It's representing 200, but the starting point is 2. Where is 2? Then how you say that it's 200? So it is not points anything, but this will do the insertion because it is in a confused position, because you are starting at 2 and ending at 2. Now starting position is where? Ship. but ending is 2 again. Ship means it should be ending before 2. What is that? 1. This is a mismatching combination, right? It is a mismatching combination. So because of this confusion, the interpreter will be in an ambiguity state. Ambiguity state means it is in a confusion state. So instead of replacing, it will do the insertion because it can't replace anything. So it will do the insertion. Now let's see this one. Ship unda దానికన్నా ముందు వచ్చినాయి అవి రెండు. So this is another way of insertion. Okay. Okay, guys. Now this you can do it anything, like you can give it a one value or multiple values. You can do the same thing. If you want any place you want to insert it, just give the combination a bit confusing, then it will be. But make sure that this should be same. Then only it will consider as insertion. Otherwise it will do the replacement. Okay, guys. Now let's do with some copy. Okay, clear, guys? Now let's see some copy. Actually, like, okay, we have done almost all of them over here. Nothing is left out. We have done the replace, all the things we have done it over here. Ajay, I hope you made a note of all these things, right? Because I didn't wrote it down over here. Now let's see that copy. See, in iterable, now not all the iterables, especially in the list, and there is in the dictionary also. This concept is applicable for the dictionary also, guys. Now the copy, usually what the meaning of copy? You are going to make an instance of the existing value. What do you mean by instance? You are making another version of the existing value. If there is an existing value is there, now this is my list is there, just take it 100 and 200 and 300 is there. Now this is a list. This is my list, L1. Okay, L1 is a list, this one. I want to make a copy means we are going to take an instance of this and we will put it in another place. That is what exactly copy means. I will take this instance and I will put it over here. This is what exactly the copy is. Okay. Yeah, whichever the place you wanted, you mention the same index. The starting index and the ending index should be same and you will get an insertion. Okay, this is the what exactly the copy will be. But in in list, there are 3 types of copies are there. Okay, one is called as reference copy. Second one is called as shallow copy. Third one is called as deep copy. Now, reference copy is nothing but you will be doing something like this. L1 is a list, right? L1 is equals to L2 is the reference copy. This is called as reference copy. Now, this is very, very important, guys. You should understand it. Here, these now when L1 is there, sorry, L1 is L2. I will write it. Now, what is this happens over here is all the value, this L1, we are expecting that L1 value is transferred into L2, but the values will not get transferred. The reference, the location will be transferred. That means to say, this will transfer the location of this one to this one. So both will be pointing out to the same memory location. Now this one L2 will also, now if I'm doing like L2 is equals to L1, this is reference copy. This is reference copy. Now this one is pointing out to this one, as well as L2 will also point out to the same memory location. Okay, that is what is called as reference copy. Now if I'm doing dot append of 400, where it will be appended? Here. Over here it will be appending 400, right? Clear? Now if I do the print L2, what I will get it? 100, 200, 300, 400. But if I do the print L1, what I'm going to get it? 100, 200, 300 and 400, because the location where these changes are done, both are pointing out to the same memory location. Now this is a very dangerous thing. Now when you have a data, usually you will be having a lot of data will be there. Now I stored the data in a variable called as data. Just imagine this is a simple variable data. Now I copied it to data1. What is the purpose of copying? I want to make a duplicate copy so that if I do the changes in this, this should not be affected. That's my purpose. But when I am doing the reference copy, so both will be pointing out to the same memory location. If I do the changes over here, this will be affected to this one also. So usually you should be very careful while doing the reference copy. Okay, clear? So usually we will be doing by mistake over there. Reference copy will be done by mistake. The second one is called as shallow copy over here. Shallow copy. What do you mean by shallow copy is, suppose if you have one here, this is a list is there. This is our list. That is 100, 200 and 300 is there. Now this one is referred by L1. Okay, L1. Now, when I do the shallow copy, now if I'm doing L2 is equals to L1, what copy is this? Reference copy it is. It is reference copy. Reference copy. What copy I said it? This is reference copy. If I want to do the shallow copy, then I will be writing something like this. L2 is equals to L1 dot copy. I will use a copy function, list specific copy function. When I do this, what will happen is the entire thing, whatever is there over here, this will be copied to a different memory location. Now L2 will be pointing out to the different memory location where we are having 100, 200 and 300 guys. Now L2 will be pointing out to this memory location. Remember that L2 will be pointing out to this memory location. Now both the address are same. No, if I do it L2 dot append, okay, append is equals to 400. Where it will be appended? L2 location. Here it will be appended. If I print L2, what will happen? This will be printed. If I print L1, this one will be printed. But there is a problem is there over here. Now this is okay. We are rectifying the reference copy problem over here. But there is a problem is there. Actually, if you are taking a nested list, now you see, if there is a nested list is there. Now this is a nested list, like this is my outer one, 100, 200, 300 or apple, orange. This is the nested list. And here I will keep it 300. Can I do this? Yes. If I say that L1, this is L1. Now I want to do a shallow copy. How I will do it? L2 is equals to L1 dot copy. Clear, guys? This is shallow copy, right? Now, what exactly happening over here? The entire values of L1 is taken and stored in a different location. That is, it is making an instance of the original value. This all will be coming up over here, right? Let me see that if I can copy that. Now, let me put it on over here. I copied it over here. Clear? Now, this one is L2. This one is L2 over here. Clear? Now, here there is no problem at all. Now, we know that if I'm adding anything over here, like L1, L2, append, okay, append 400, where it will be appended? Down, right? Here, the 400 will be coming up over here, guys. Okay, this is extended. Okay, clear? This is clear. Now, if I print L1, this will be printed without 400. If I'm printing L2, then what will be printed? This one will be printed with 400. We are clear about that. Now, which location is apple? Orange, apple and orange, which index it is? Which index location is apple? This is at 2, right? Now, if I am saying it, L1 of 2, where it is pointing? What is that? What is the nature of that apple and orange? Is a list. Now, can I use the append over here? Okay, listen this, L1 of 2 dot append. Now, what we are going to give it, like mango. Where this will be added? Huh? Where, which list it is added? Huh? Nested list, which list I'm saying? There's a one, L1 is there, L2 is there. L1, this will be added, L1 over here, it will be added mango. Good. Now, if you are printing it again, you will get 100, 200, apple, orange, mango, and 300, right? Now, if you print this one, what you are going to get it? 100, 200, apple, orange, mango will be printed. Here, mango will be added, guys. Mango will be added and 300 and 400 will be printed. Now, that is the drawback of the shallow copy. That is the drawback of the shallow copy. Even though we are not appending it over here in the nested part, only nested part it will happen. Even though we are not appending in the nested part of the L2, automatically because L1 is added, so this one is coming up. Why this is happening? The question is why this is happening. Okay, we can rectify this one by using the deep copy. But what is the nature? Why it is happening? Huh? Detlo, aim address. It's not like that. This is a nature what is happens, guys. See, whenever you are doing with a nested part, this is a bit complicated, it looks like, but you see, this is our 100, 200, and we are having something like apple, right? Here we are having apple and orange. Now, and we have 300, right? This is what it is there. Actually, this one will not be here. Its location will not be over here. This location will be somewhere over here. Orange. Okay, orange and apple will be somewhere over here. Then what it will be here? This address will be over here. Now you will be having an address over here. That address may be like, if this is having an address, some address is there over here, like take it as 112233 is there. This address will be mentioned over here at the place of this. This actually nested list will be stored somewhere else. This address will be placed over here. Now, when the shallow copy, you do the shallow copy, what will happen? What is the nature of the shallow copy? It will make a copy of the existing value. What is the existing value? 100, 200, 300 and address. And when it make a copy, it will make it 100, 200 and 300, and it will make the copy of the address also. Where this address is pointing? Now, if you are doing L1 of, what is this location, guys? 2, right? L1 of 2 dot append means it is going to the address location where these values are stored, where it is here. And if I am appending mango, this mango is appended over here. Okay, mango will be appended over here. As this one is also pointing to the same memory location, so this nested part will be reflecting the mango. Got it? Actually, nested part will not be physically existing at that location. That is a problem. It will not be existing over there. Only the address will be existing. To avoid that, this kind of thing, we are going to use the deep copy. We are going to use the deep copy. This is under the, we have to import the copy. I'm going to show you. You have to import the copy and you will be doing. This is the difference between 3 different copies. One is a reference copy, is very dangerous. Very, very dangerous it is. The second one is shallow copy. That is good enough if you are not dealing with any of the nested part. The deep copy is the safest one to use it. Okay. Now, if you know the difference, you can, while doing it, you will go with the deep copy only. You will never wanted to go with the ordinary copy at all. Because when you know the difference. But when, unfortunately, if you don't know the difference, then you will be doing unnecessarily, you are replicating the changes in the multiple places. That is a problem over here. Now let's do this one. Now I will copy the same. Clear, guys? Any questions? Now, this is a list I'm having. Okay, this is a list. I will remove some values from this list. Let's make it a symbol. Now, I will say that list 1 is my list. Now, I want to do the reference copy. First, I will print the list 1. Okay, and I will do the reference copy over here. That is, list 2 is equals to list 1. So what is happening over here? The address is changed from list 1. The address is passed on to list 2. Now, if you print list 2 over here, now I will write it down over here, list 1, then it is much easy. List 1 values. Okay. Now here, list 2 values, I will write it. Now, these values and these values will be same, and address will also be same. You see this? Values are same, no doubt. The list values, list 2 values are same. But let's see the address is changed, same or not. Print ID of list 1, and here ID of list 2. Huh? Same. Both will be same because this is a reference copy. This is a reference copy. Now, this is what is happens. Now, if I change it anything, list2 dot append, I will give it as India. India is already there. USA. Now, where this USA will be appended? In the list 2, last it should append according to us. But both are pointing out to the same memory location. You will see the changes in the both the list. List 1 and list 2, you will be seeing the changes. I'm putting down over here down, and this one also I'm putting down over here. Got it, guys? Now you see it, the output. USA and USA. I did it in only list 2, but both it is reflecting. Why? Both are pointing out to the same memory location. So the rectification for this one is, I mean, says the solution for this one is shallow copy. Now, shallow copy, you can do it in multiple ways. I will tell you. Okay, clear, guys? Yeah. Finished? Okay, now let's deal with the shallow copy, guys. Now this is a reference copy, right? I'm just commenting the reference copy over here. Let's do with the shallow copy. Now, a shallow copy will be, now shallow copy can be done by dot copy. List 2, I will give it as list 2 dot, list 2 is equals to list 1 dot copy. This is the shallow copy. Okay, this is a shallow copy. This is method 1, I will say that. And let me print this one. We have the details over here instead of doing it. Now I will do it everything. I will copy this. Okay, now what I'm doing, this is the list, guys. This list, I'm printing the value, I'm printing the address. Then what I'm doing this one, this is a shallow copy I'm doing. And what I want to do it, I printed this one after doing the copy and I printed the address over here. Let's comment this one and let's see that whether they are pointing to the same memory location or different memory location. Usually what happens? Different memory location it should be pointing to. Now you see this. This is pointing to different one. This is pointing to different one. So they are occupying a two different memories. Okay. Now, if I do the changes in this, this will be affected only. This not be affected at all. Okay. Now let me do the change. We already did the change of adding USA. I'm just commenting it. List 2 dot append will add a value into the list 2. And here I'm printing the list 1 and list 2 both. So the changes will be applicable in list 2 only, not in the list 1. Right, remember this. Okay, when I do this, okay, clear, guys? This is applicable only to this one. Remember. Now there is one more way is also there to do the shallow copy. I'm commenting this one. Okay, that is method 2. I will write it as method 2. First, you have to import the copy. Import copy. Now, usually never do it over here. You have to do it at the top. The starting, you have to do all the import. Import copy. Okay. Import copy. And then you see this. List 2 is equals to copy dot copy of list 1. Copy dot copy of list 1. Now, this is again a second method of shallow copy. Second way of doing the shallow copy. Copy of list 1. Okay, let's see the results, whether it's really. First, we will be printing the first list, its address, and then second list, its address, and we are going to do the necessary changes in the second list, and we will see that that is not applicable in the both. When they are storing in a different memory location and the changes are not applicable, then only it is called as shallow copy. See this, guys? This is at a different memory location. This is at different memory location, right? And I'm adding USA in the list 2. That is not reflecting in the list 1. Got it? So is this a shallow copy? Yes, it is a shallow copy. Now the third way, I don't know whether it will work or not. Let me try it out. Method 3 of shallow copy. Let me do it. Now list 2 is equals to list of list 1. This is list. If I'm doing it this way, what is this? What type of copy is this? Reference copy, right? If I put this one in a list like this, maybe it should work. Now let's try it out. At least it's doing the copy. Yeah, it's working. This is a third way of doing the shallow. Guys, I've shown you 3 different methods of shallow copy. So just look into this. Clear? Now let's do the deep copy, guys. I'll copy everything from here. Let's move on to the next file. Now I'm having some values like this. This is there. Now inside this, I will keep a list over here. 100, 200 and 200. I will keep it inside this. There's a nested list is there. This is an outer list and this is a nested list. Okay. Now I'm giving it L1. Okay. I'm doing the address printing over here. Now I'm doing a shallow copy. I'm doing a simple shallow copy and I'm printing the next, the copied list, its address. Now just forget about this one as of now. Now we will see only this one. Now let me run it. Now you see they are located at 2 different locations. Okay. Now this is a list of L1, list 1. These are the values of the list 2 which are copied by using a shallow copy. They are located at a different memory location. Can you see this? It is 3376 and 3696. Okay. Now let me add a value to the outer list. Outer list, I want to add the value to the list 2. I'm adding over here. Let's add Japan. Okay, I added Japan over here. So this is reflected in where? In the list 2. Now this will not be reflected in list 1, right? Now when you do this, you can see it over here. Japan will be there. Clear? Now let's add something inside the nested part. Inside the nested part. Now I'm just commenting this one. Now how to go to the nested part? Which index is referring to the nested part? List 2 of 2. List 2 of 2 will be referring to nested part. That is again a list. Now this list name is this one. You have to take it. Dot append. Can I do this? And can I add 300? Yes. Now where it will be added? Inside the nested part, last it will be added. Now I will print here. Both will be printed. Both will be printed. List 1 and list 2. Let's see that whether it is reflecting in both or not. According to us, it should reflect. Can you see it? Why they are reflecting? What's same memory ID? Both are different. Can you see this here? List 1 is 1296 and list 2 is 1616. Nested part is having the same memory location. How to find out the nested part memory location? Now, we said it means we have to prove it also, right? Tell me. List, print, ID of good, ID of list 2 or list 1, anything, list 1 of 2. Okay, the same thing I can do it with list 2. Let's see this. Got it, guys? So both are placed at a different memory location, not exactly in that. Physically it is not present. It is only the memory is present over there. The shallow copy is copying the value, while copying it's copying the memory also. Okay, but because both the memories are pointing out to one memory location, there the changes are happening. To avoid this situation, what we have to do? Deep copy. Deep copy. So how to implement the deep copy? Again, import copy. Copy.deep copy is the one we have to do it. This is a shallow copy, guys. I'm just commenting this. This will not work for us. So what we are going to do? We are going to do that deep copy. That is copy. Now I will write it as deep copy over here so that it is easy. Deep copy. Now first we have to import the copy. Copy list 2 is equals to copy dot deep copy of list 1. That's what you have to do it. Now let's do it. Yeah, Dev, that's correct. Okay, let me run it. And see the address also. They are located at a different location. Okay. So this is a way it will be working out for you. You have the time over here. Is anything is missing? List comprehension is a one, right? Left out. Is anything is missing? The list. నేర్చుకుంది చెప్పంటున్నా అంతే అంటావు లేక వేరే ఆప్షన్ లేదు. ఎనీవన్? హాజీ let's move on to the comprehension, guys. Okay, this is very important. Okay, today we are going to try, it will not be completed, I'm sure that we are going to give the basic understanding of the list comprehension, and tomorrow we are going to do that again. Okay, this is very important because if you understand now, my life will be very easy when I go to the machine learning. Otherwise, I'm kicked off completely. Now, let's go with the list comprehension. What is the purpose of the list comprehension is, now the major thing what you have to understand, one thing, guys. List is what? List is what? Is a container. Okay, what is the purpose of the container? Store the values. Okay, you have to manually enter the values, or manually or some other way, whichever way you want to, you have to enter the values into the list, then only it will store, otherwise it will not store. Okay, now let's do it a small example over here, like list comp one. I'm going to write it. Now here I'm creating a for loop to dump the value into the list. My purpose is to dump the value into the list. So please try to understand what is the purpose of the list comprehension is to create the list, not to print the values. Don't use the printing over there and do whatever you use it. What is for the purpose? I've seen so many people are doing that. So that is not the actual purpose of the list comprehension, to create a list in a most elegant way. We can create the list in an easy way. Now let me do it a list. I want to create a list. I'm creating a list. I'm creating first an empty list. First I'm creating an empty, because I want to hold the values means I should have a container first, empty container. So this is my empty container. Here for I in range of like 1 to like 20, I'm going to keep it. And all I'll be doing is I'll be doubling it up. Okay, let's do the doubling of this. That is how I will do the double. I into I, and I will print it, guys. Just I'm printing it. What is the output I'm going to get it? Okay, this is what the output I'm going to get it. Clear? Now this one I don't want to display over here. I want to put it in the list. Okay, if you want to add any value into the list, one value into the list, how you will add it? Append. Now here, what is the value? I into I is a value for us. I into I is a value for us. Or let me do it in 2 steps so that you will get a clarity on this. Now I into I am storing in S. Can I store it in S? What will be the S consists of first? 1, then 4. Now let me print the S. We are getting the same output or not? Here it is. Okay, same. Now I want to put the S inside the list. Okay, S is a value I'm putting inside the list. How I'll do it? List 1 dot append of S. Right? Now this one is not required for us. Okay, this one is not required. I don't want to print it. I want to directly put it in the list. Now once I do this, the list has been created. Now I want to print the list. After the while loop, I will print the list over here. List 1. That's it. Okay, you will be getting the value over here. Got it? All the values are in the list. Can you see it? Right? I'm creating a list now. I'm putting the values into the list and I'm creating the list. How many lines we did it? 5 lines. Right? 5 lines. The same thing I'm going to do it in using the list comprehension. Okay. Now let's see this. Now I'm going to explain you. Just see this first. Got it? Same output. Any difference? Is there any difference here on the left side in the code? Is there any difference is there in the code? No. This code and this code, there is difference is there. What is the difference? What is the difference? Number of lines. Number of lines is the difference. And here it is only one line I am doing it, or you can take it as 2 lines, whereas here we are doing it 5 lines. Now 5 lines, you are asking your interpreter to execute 5 lines. Definitely it is more when it compared to only 2 lines. Okay, only 2 lines. So this is called as a list comprehension. Now what is the advantage of this is a very easy way of doing it. First thing, okay, it's a very easy way of creating a list. Second one is, it will occupy very less resource. Second one is it will occupy very less resource. Let me write down so that it will be there with you. First one is list comprehension. Now first is, it is an easy way of doing it. Way of creating a list, or you can say that an easy way, guys. Easy way of creating a list. Easy way of creating. Okay. Now here the coding, the using of the less resource. Okay. Now third way is its execution is very fast. Okay, these are some of the major things. And again, never use the list comprehension for the complex logic. Complex logic. Now, if a very complex logic is there, it is strongly recommended not to use it. Okay, only for the simple one, it is specially asked to use it. First one is, it is an easy or the elegant way of creating a list, utilizing the less resource compared to that of traditional list creation. Third one is, it is very fast in execution. And I have to write one more over here, less lines of the code. Less lines of code and very fast in execution, and strongly recommended not to use list comprehension for complex logic. Okay. Now, usually we are not going to do any complex logic with the list. Only the list is specially used to store the data. Now, that storing of the data, we can do it very, very effectively. Okay, guys. Now, this is, now it's looks like an extension of your if inline if. Okay. Now, how this will work? There will be 3 parts, guys. Okay, let's write down. Rashna, Rash, అరే కనిపిస్తలే కోడ్ రాసిన ఇవి రాలే. అటెండ్ అవుతున్నావు అదే సాయంత్రం బ్యాచ్ ఏడును. డేటా లైఫ్. Okay, guys. Now try to understand this, how a list comprehension should define. Okay, there will be three parts in the list comprehension. Okay, there will be majorly three parts will be there. First one, this is the one. Okay, now this is called as this. I will write it as first part is input sequence. Input sequence. Now this I will highlight it, then it looks better. Okay guys, this is the input sequence, and this input sequence always it will be a for loop. Remember that, always it will be a for loop. For loop. Okay, now then if I take it this one as left, okay, this one is the right. Okay, now don't get confused, this is the left side of this input sequence, this is the right side of the input sequence. Okay, now always see this, the output expression should be on the left side, extreme left side of your input sequence. Now the output expression should be over here. Now don't worry about, I will explain you what is the output expression. Output expression should be towards the extreme left side of the input sequence. Now this will be my output expression. Okay, output expression. Now if there is any condition, that should be towards the right side of your input sequence. Now output expression will be extreme left side, and right side should be the condition. Right side should be the condition, guys. Condition over here. Now let's observe this, how it will be going on. And this all should be there inside a list, inside a square brackets. This all you have to put it inside the square brackets. Got it? Now the execution starts from here. This will be the first. Execution will be starts over here. Now if condition is there, then this will be the second to execute. Okay, this one will be the second to execute. If the condition is not there, then directly this will come. Okay, if the condition is there, this will be the last one to execute. Remember this, this is the last one to execute. Input sequence is the first one. Always you have the for loop over here. If the condition is there, then condition will be the second one will be executed. If the condition is not there, then output expression will be executed. If the condition, multiple condition is there, whatever it may be, output expression will be the last one to execute. Remember that. This is the way it will go on from here to here, from here to, okay, this is the actual. Now what I did it now, just see this. Now you got it, the exact situation you got it. Now let me get this, whatever I did it over here. Now first I said it, we should have the square brackets, right? Let me put it on over here. Let me increase the font. Okay, now let me show you this one, guys. The square brackets is there. Yes, square brackets is there over here. Okay, and I said that the input sequence will be an for loop. So here it is the input sequence. Can you see this? There is an input sequence is there over here. For loop. Now just remove this part. I will remove it. Now this is the input for I in range of, this is the input. Is there any condition? No condition for us. So directly output expression. Output expression where it should be? Extreme left. So what it should be? I into I. Can I do this? Now from here, what it will do? First it will take, now this will generate what values, guys? It will generate the values 1, 2, 3 till 19. So first I will have what? 1. Now there is no condition, directly it will go to over here. What is there? I into I, that will 1. 1 will be dumped into this list. Into the list it will be dumped. So if you take it, I'm showing it outside, you will be having a list. This will be acting like this. 1 will be dumped into 1 into 1, 1 will be dumped. Next time it will go back. What will happen? I value 2. 2 will be coming over here. 2 into 2, 4. 4 will be dumped into this. Now then this will become 3. 3 will be dumped into this. Sorry, 3 into 3, 9 will be dumped into this. Then 16. Like this, it will go on putting everything in the list. And this list I am giving a name called as L1. That's what I did it over here. Can you see this? I did a name over here, L1 over here. Clear, guys? Now, this is the way the list comprehension works. Clear? Okay. Now, I want to add a condition. Now, what is a condition is, I want to get only the even numbers and I want to double it. I want to get only the even numbers and then I want to double it. Now, let me write the code this one. First, we will be having the square brackets. Yes. Let me make it a bit bigger. Good. Now, square brackets are there. This is mandatory. Start with this one. Then what we'll be having? Input sequence for loop. For I in, or X, I will put it on. X in X in range of 1 to 10, I will take it. 1 to 10 or 1 to 11 means it will generate the values from 1 to 10. Clear? Now, this is the one. There are two parts will be there. Before a for condition and after. Now, before what should come down? Extreme left, output expression. If the condition should be, that should be on the right side. Here, what we are going to put it on? If I modulus, good, I modulus, X modulus. X modulus 2 is equals to 0. That's it. If this condition is true, then what happens? The X should be doubled up over here. That is the output expression. That is X into X. That's it. X into X. Now you can put it in the brackets also if you wanted to make it clear. Now see this. This is a simple thing we have done it. This is the input sequence. Here is the condition and this is the output. Now output expression will be directly dumped into the list, guys. Okay. Now this is the way it will be doing it. Now this will be your input sequence. This is our condition and this is the output expression. Once you know this, you can play with the list comprehension if you understand. First, this will be executed. If there is any condition, this will be executed. Then last, this will be executed. Okay. Now this is only a if condition. If else means there will be again that will be coming in the middle over here. If else, the positions will be changed. We are going to look into that. Now, as of now, let me execute this and let's see this one. Will it work? Now, comp 2. Okay. I'll just, after this, I will stop the class because already like 11:20. Okay. Now let's do this one in a normal way. In a normal way, we will do it. So first I will have an empty list. Normal way, guys, just in a traditional normal way. Then for I in range of 1 to 11, right? And here what you'll do, if I modulus 2 is equals to 0, Then what you are going to give it? List 1 dot, or you will say that R is equals to I into I. Okay. Then what you are going to do? List 1 dot append R. Now you can directly put this one also over here. Okay. Just as you are new, I'm putting down. This one we can directly put down over here, because ultimately R is getting the value from I into I. So you can put it I into I in the place of R. Now we have done it. Now what we will do? We will print it. We have to print it outside the for loop. So I will give it as list 1. Now let's see that whether we are going to get the output or not. 416 this. Clear? Now the same thing we are going to do it with the list comprehension. Now what is that? We are going to have the square brackets. Inside this, first we'll start with for loop for I in range of 1 to 11. This is the input sequence. Right side the input sequence should be condition. What will be the condition? If okay, then when this condition is true, then you should print the I into the list. Now, if you want to put it this one for your comfortness, you can do it. It's not mandatory. Now, there is an extra space is given by me. It is not also mandatory. Okay, just to make you understand, I'm writing it. This is an input sequence. This is an condition, and this is the output expression. Okay, now this one, I will put it in the list 1. Okay, L1, and I'm going to print it. Print L1. Now let's see that whether we are getting the same condition or same output or not. Okay, guys, we got the same output. Clear? Great. Now you can try it out some of the examples on this and do it. Whatever the one you want to do it, you can put it on the even numbers. You can find it out the even numbers and try to print the table also. We can print the table also using this. So do this. Get the even numbers, get the odd numbers, and get the table also. We have done the even numbers only, right? This one. So odd numbers you do it, that is not equal to 0, and print the table. Print the table. And okay. Okay, now if you have a for loop, guys, we are already having a for loop. This is an input sequence. Apart from this, I want to have one more for loop. Then that should come down to the right side. Okay, in the place of condition. Now, if you have one more condition, 2 conditions are there. Again, one more condition should come down over here. If, like for example, if we are taking 1, 2, now let me keep it this one as it is. I will copy this. Now, suppose you want to find out a number which is divisible by 3 and which is an odd number, or which is divisible by 3 and 5 both. I don't want to use the AND operator. I want to use the number which is divisible by 3 and 5. So how I'll do it? Now I'm going to comment this one. See, first condition is this one. It should be divisible by 3. Okay, if it is divisible by 3, I'm doing the squaring of that. But I want one more also. What is that? It should be divisible by 5. So here I'm going to keep it. If I modulus 5 is equals to 0. Now, how it will work? First, it will be executed. Second, it will be executed. Now, whichever one is satisfying this condition, then that will be going to the next condition. Now, whatever is satisfying these conditions, that will come to the output over here. Clear, guys? Now, let's see this one. I will take it as 100. Can you say one number? Or 15 into 50? $225. Okay, you got it? 12. Clear, guys? Now, and using the for loop, the table is no need of keeping any condition over here. Use the for loop and just print it with a number. Take a number 5, 5 into I you have to do it. That's it. Okay, 5 into I, you will be getting, I will be having the 1, 2, 3, 4. You will be getting the table. Only thing is that just print it in a tabular format. Okay, guys, hope you can do this. Sure. Huh? ఎక్కడ ఇచ్చిన నేను స్పేస్ ఇదా ఈడ ట్రిమ్ వాడతావా డేటా మీద ఉపయోగిస్తావు కదా దీని మీద ఎందుకు ఉపయోగిస్తావు వైట్ ట్రిమ్ అంటే ట్రిమ్ చేస్తుంది అది ట్రిమ్ ఇస్ క్యాన్ ట్రిమ్మింగ్ ఎనీథింగ్ వైట్ స్పేస్ అంటే వైట్ స్పేసే స్ట్రిప్ ఏమో వైట్ స్పేస్ తీస్తుంది నీకేం తీయాలన్నా వైట్ స్పేస్ తెలుసుకోవాలా లేదా ట్రిమ్ చేయాలా తెలుసుకోవాలని వైట్ స్పేస్ తెలుసుకో /s యూజ్ చేయి వచ్చేస్తుంది నీకు రెగ్యులర్ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్ తెలుసుగా తెలియదా మరి అప్పుడు వచ్చినప్పుడు అడుగు చెప్తా ట్రిమ్ అంటే ఇప్పుడు నువ్వు అదే కటింగ్ ఉన్న దగ్గర ట్రిమ్ చేయంటే ఏం చేస్తా గుండు గీక్తాడా ట్రిమ్ కాదు స్ట్రిప్ యూజ్ చేస్తే ట్రిమ్ ఇస్ ఎ ప్రోసెస్ ట్రిమ్ ఇస్ యాక్చువల్లీ ఏ మెథడ్ ఆర్ ఏ ప్రోసెస్ నా లూప్ అంటే ఏంది లూప్ ఎట్లా చేస్తావు ఎట్లా ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేస్తావు హౌ యూ విల్ ఇంప్లిమెంట్ ద లూప్ నేను అడిగిన దానికి ఆన్సర్ చెప్పు హౌ యూ విల్ ఇంప్లిమెంట్ ద లూప్ వైల్ ఆర్ ఫర్ లూప్ యూజ్ చేస్తావు కదా లూప్ అంటే లూప్ అవుతుంది అది వైల్ ఆర్ ట్రిమ్ ఇస్ ఎ మెకానిజం యాక్చువల్లీ ఇట్స్ ఎ మెకానిజం ట్రిమ్మింగ్ అండ్ క్యాపింగ్ ఆర్ ద two mechanisms. Now trimming means you are cutting the data of whichever one. Now if you want to cut the white space, you want to cut the data, it depends upon you. Trim means cutting off, that is you are removing. Trim function Python లో strip function ఉంది trim అంటే అది దా pandas లో వస్తుంది it will not come in the this one. ఎందుకు అలానా నువ్వు పాండాస్ చేయగలిగింది పైథాన్ లో చేస్తావా దాని డిఫరెంట్ ఆర్కిటెక్చర్ దీని డిఫరెంట్ ఆర్కిటెక్చర్ డేటా టైప్స్ ఎందుకు మారుతున్నాయి అంటే నువ్వు ఇప్పుడు నంపై తీసుకుంటే ఇప్పుడు పైథాన్ తీసుకుంటే ఇంట్ ఉంటుంది నౌ వెన్ యూ గో టు ద నంపై యూ విల్ హ్యావ్ ద int 8 int 16 int 30 that is a primitive data type they didn't change themselves into your actual Python 3.x. Python 3.x is whole architecture is of class and object architecture. But NumPy is still following the old architecture. Enduku ante they want the NumPy is specially designed for it is an architecture which does the numerical calculations. Based on NumPy, the Pandas is built. Based on NumPy architecture, the Pandas and the TensorFlow is built. Now, Pandas will do a intense, very intense data manipulation, very intense data manipulation. Now, if you take an integer, normal like object and the class integer, what you are going to do it in Python, that you can't use it with the Pandas. It will take a lot of time to do the manipulations. To avoid this, they will stick to the basic. So when you compare the list with the NumPy, list is very slow, it will occupy more memory and very complex. But when you go with the NumPy, it is very easy and it will occupy very less, 1/3 of the memory it will be occupying, only 1/3, not even 1/3, 1/10 I think so. 1/10 of the memory what the list will occupy, the same memory will be occupied by the NumPy. And it is because it's occupied very less memory, it will very fast it is. And based on this mechanism, the Pandas is built. So obviously the Pandas will be very fast. Okay, that is the reason why it will be doing it. Which marchaleru that. Now, one of the most powerful tool what the used for data manipulation is pandas, and there is one more called as PySpark that is not so effective, but pandas is really very effective. Now మనం whatever the pre-processing of the data ఉంటుంది కదా దాంట్లో pandas లో చేయొచ్చు. SGI అని ఒక టీం పెట్టి అంటే under this only, under these people they kept a SGI team, and SGI team was using the NumPy, and the one more guy built up the pandas. So pandas was very quickly built. NumPy was took like 10 years. Pandas was built on very quickly just because of, you know, it used the architecture of this one. Saujanya, I'm facing some problem with them actually. I have to coordinate with them because I am uploading. They are saying that it is not uploaded, or there is a miscommunication is there. The link what is provided is wrong, or you know something is going on over there. So today I'm going to sit and rectify that one and upload it everything. Okay. అదే మీకు కొత్తది ఇచ్చి నాకు పాతది ఇచ్చింది, మరి నేను చేస్తాను, నేను అప్లోడ్ చేసి నేను చేస్తాను, మీకు రాకపోతే హౌ ఐ విల్ డూ ఇట్. Comprehension. Yep. స్టార్టింగ్ లో ఇఫ్ కాంప్రహెన్షన్ యా చేయొచ్చు, పెట్టొచ్చు. దీంట్లో రేపు ఇప్పుడు రేపు ఇఫ్ ఏ చెప్తాను, ఇక్కడ ఇఫ్ ఎల్స్ అంటే ఇఫ్ కాంప్రహెన్షన్ చెప్తారు రేపు చెప్పి మీకు యూ విల్ బి హ్యావింగ్ ఇట్ క్లియర్. ఎస్. No, I can use it one more if also. You can use it. Now here I can use it like this. Inside this, if here I will say that 3, and here I will say that if I modulus 5 is equals to 0, then I will enter into the list. Very yeah, 2 ifs, that's what I'm saying it, right? I can write the same code over here for you like this. Can you see this? I will remove this. Okay, sorry, this one. Okay, now let me remove this part. Now you see here what I'm doing is whatever the value I'm getting it from here, first I'm dividing it. Now I will take it as 100, and whatever the value I'm getting it over here, this I'm going to divide it by 3, and if it is okay, then I'm going to divide it by 5. I will use a colon over here, and then I'm going to square that one over here, and this I'm going to append it. Now when I run this one, I'm going to get the same output. See this? Got it? ఏది నెస్టెడ్ ఇఫ్ నెస్టెడ్ ఇఫ్ లో రాసుకోవచ్చు కానీ ఎందుకు రాస్తావు నువ్వు అంత కాంప్లికేటెడ్ రాయవు కదా. Guys, we are not having, if anyone is having any doubts online, they can just call me. Yeah, Hema, what you're saying is you can try it out putting on the condition, no problem. And my intention was to show how we can put on the multiple conditions over there. That's what my intention was, to show it. That's why I use the double F. If you wanted you want to use the and or, you can directly use it over here. Remove this if and use the and operator. That's it. If you use the and operator, you can get it. That's it. It's up to us. Like, you can play with the things. Just I want to show that if multiple ifs are there, how you will do that. That's what my intention was. And tomorrow we are going to see the for loop, and also with the for loop with um, if condition and all those things. We have if else also we are going to do, and nested comprehension also we are going to see it. That would be an a bit high end will be like. Okay. ఏం చెప్తున్నా నేను, కరెక్టే నీకు చెప్పినా నేను. నాకు ఒక లింక్ ఇచ్చారు, మీకు ఒక లింక్ ఇచ్చారు అని, అదే ఇప్పుడు ఆయనతో మాట్లాడదామని వెయిట్ చేస్తున్నాను. వస్తే ఆయనతో మాట్లాడి కొంచెం ఏమో మరి, నాకు ఇచ్చిన లింక్ లో నేను పెడితే మీకు రావట్లేదు, అది ప్రాబ్లం అవుతుంది. వాళ్ళు నిన్న క్రియేట్ చేసారు కదా, నాకు వారం క్రితం ఇచ్చారు. అరే ఏం జరిగిందో నాకు అర్థం కాదు. నేను ఎందుకు చేస్తాను నేను ఆ లింకులు అవన్నీ? ఏ పాస్వర్డ్ ఇచ్చారు? నాది ఇచ్చిందా? దాన్ని ఇవ్వద్దు అంటారు వాళ్ళు, దీంట్లో పెట్టండి అంటారు. నాకేముంది ఇవ్వడానికి, మీరు చెప్పింది మీకే ఇస్తాను. అట్లా ఇచ్చేసా నా ఎందుకు చెప్పు, వాళ్ళు చేస్తున్నా, వాళ్ళు చేస్తారు చేయరు. మళ్ళీ అన్ని మనం చేసుకుంటే మనతోనే చెప్పిస్తారా? కోడింగ్ అంతా పెడతా. అదే థర్డ్ రోజు ఏం జరిగింది ఏమైనా ఐడియా ఉందా? బాయిల్ అని చెప్పినట్టున్నాను. బాయిల్ మీరు అటెండ్ కాలేరా ఇద్దరు? చూద్దాం రేపు ఒక రోజు చూసి చెప్తా. ఫర్ లూప్ చెప్తాను రేపు చెప్తా. మళ్ళీ ఫర్ లూప్ చెప్తా, లిస్ట్ కాంప్రహెన్షన్ కూడా ఒకసారి క్విక్ గా రివ్యూ చేసేసి ముందుకు వెళ్ళిపోతే అయిపోతుంది. సరేనా? వద్దా? రాకు, సింపుల్. ఓకే. Guys, we are can yeah, you can leave, Dev. Yeah, even I am leaving now because there is no class over here. We will meet tomorrow with some backup class with the comprehension and the whatever the doubts you have, you can raise the point. I gave the assignment, Hasan Ali. I asked that to just print the table using the list comprehension. I asked you to do it, that table using the list comprehension. Okay. Print a table using the list comprehension. See, they like the problem is I got a different link and you people got a different link over there. So I'm just rectifying the thing. Yeah, we will meet tomorrow, guys. Thank you.